outside now. We're going to connect this header and combine together for the first time, so we want to talk about some setup and calibrations that need to be done. We're going to talk about out here our header height sensors and things we need to look for. So we want to check the condition of our height sensing rod to make sure it's not broken, it's all connected. We want to check the condition of our chain because this regulates our height voltage at some points, and so we want it to be in good shape. We want to check our wiring harness that runs from the sensor down the snout. We want to check that that's all tied up and secured in place where it can't get damaged by any rotating parts of the machine. We want to check this connection here to make sure it's seated properly to keep out dirt and debris and a good connection electrically. We also want to make sure that this area is tied well so that stalks of corn can't grab it and disconnect it while we're running. Now we'll head into the cab to do some calibrations.
So now we're in the cab of the combine, and we're going to go through some screens right here to set up the corn head to the machine. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit our back button and go to Toolbox, and we're going to scroll over to Head 1. We want to make sure that our header type is on corn, and our cutting type is row, and frame type is rigid. You would change the frame type to something else if you had a folding head. Total rows, we're going to change that to however many rows we have, and that changes the rows in use automatically. We're going to set our row spacing for this head is 30 inches, our header offset, and our other features. Then we're going to come over here to header 2 and make sure our header sensors are enabled and our pressure float is no, and these other features as required. On head 2 screen, if you scroll down, you'll have your raise rate and your lower rate, which dictate how fast the header goes up and down when in manual mode. And you scroll down further, you find more options for your head. Now that we have our header all set up, we can begin the calibration. We want to come over here to the Calibrations tab, and from our drop-down menu, we're going to select header. And it's going to tell us the parameters that need to be for the combine to do the calibration. We hit OK, and we follow the directions. In this stage, if we set our header sensors correctly, we won't have a problem. If there is a problem with the header sensors, you'll know on this screen. Here the combine is figuring out the different voltages for the valves to lift up the header and drop it for smooth operation. Here the combine is finding the full travel of the sensors for operation in the field.
On behalf of H&R Agri-Power, we'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch our instructional videos. If you have questions or comments related to any of the content that you saw in the videos, please feel free to leave a message in our comment box, or if you'd like to take advantage of one of our equipment inspections, please feel free to reach out to your local H&R Agri-Power Service Department. Again, thank you.